What you're seeing behind me is the thumbnail that we were able to generate with our generator. Again, this is without any prompting, without any design skills. This is literally just an output, direct output from our generator, right? And it sounds pretty crazy. If you look at the quality, it does not look AI generated at all. So let me show you like a couple of other thumbnails that we have been able to generate. So this is one, that is one, another one, another one, a podcast one, a hypnosis one. So some of these are for like channels with faces, others for like faceless channels. You can do both. So this is like particularly for a faceless channel. So I want to show you literally how you can get this kind of quality by simply doing very, very little work. And by that, I mean, you do not even need to learn any prompting skills. You could just do this by putting your video title and your channel URL. So let me show you what I mean, right? So this is our website, WildThumbnails. So right now what you're seeing is you're inside the dashboard, and I want to show you an example. So I'm going to the OpenAI's official website, and let's pick a video. Let's pick like this video, right? And so all you need to do is literally copy the title and copy the channel URL. And that's all you need. So let's make like a faceless channel or faceless thumbnail with this. Let me show you how that works. All right, so here is like one of the first steps, just kind of ask you if you got the context right, because what we're doing here is like the AI is going behind the scenes, it's actually going on the channel, looking at what type of videos you publish, and then it's trying to understand if it got the context right. And it's asking you, if something here is not right, then you can literally edit it. So, all right, so now since we started hitting research, it's actually going and looking at, all right, so I didn't even get into this. One of the reasons why we were able to generate such cool thumbnails, not in just terms of external quality, but in terms of ideas, is because our thumbnail generator literally goes and searches anywhere between 100 to 700 thumbnails, and it's trying to pick out the very best ones, and it's trying to understand what made them work, which is pretty crazy. It's like, I don't know if you guys have used ChatGPT, but they have this thing called like a deep research, right? So we are doing a deep research, but for thumbnails. And again, this is not something that anybody else in the market is doing. And that's one of the reasons why if you use this stuff, it's gonna give you a massive edge, right? So before to make like super high quality thumbnails, you need to hire like really, really, really good thumbnail designers, right? And if you're just starting out, that was just not possible. Like you wouldn't spend like thousands of dollars to hire. Like these guys are very expensive, and it's kind of almost difficult to get a hold of them because they're always busy with clients or whatever. So you got no edge. But now you really do. So right now, so the research is done now, and it's kind of like this part of the thing is showing you the actual YouTube thumbnails that are getting a bunch of clicks, and so it's getting inspiration from it. It's almost like if you're like cooking a recipe, this part of the software is where it's going in and kind of showing you how it found all the data. All right, so here is the research report, the actual research report that you get, and it's really cool because it will show you the type of angles that you can use for the title that you entered, and it's going to give you a very, very good CTR. So it's looking at lots and lots of videos and it's kind of seeing the present trends, right? So one of the things I like to explain is like most people don't understand that this thumbnail generator is so connected to real time that if you do the same search in 6 months from now, you will get totally different results because everything changed, like trends change, the type of thumbnails that are using change, stuff that is working change. So yeah, so this is like super cool, and like you guys should totally go through this. And again, now the thumbnails are generated. So these are the thumbnails, right? How cool is that? It's pretty crazy, huh? And look at the thumbnails that like OpenAI was using. Like if you saw that, they were like, they totally, I don't know, totally suck, I think. It's just super not clickable. But if you look at this stuff, right? And we were able to do this in a few minutes. And the best part is you can, like, these are just 5 ideas that it gives you, but you can do some really crazy things. Like, for example, if you feel like, oh, like I'm not happy with these ideas, I just want different ideas, you can click here. So the reason why like we built all this is because most people, when they kind of generate AI thumbnails, what they're doing is they're just asking the AI to create a prompt, and then they're using that prompt to make 100 different images, right? But the thing is, it's the very idea behind the thumbnail that makes the thumbnail good or not. And most people don't even spend that much time. So like what this does is like, it literally gives you an option to go through, I don't know, hundreds of ideas depending on how much time you have. And so you can literally you can see like why this would get like a massive CTR. And I didn't even get into this, but this literally gives you some of the angles that you can use to make your video better. It's something that most people don't even think about. So again, if you have a faceless channel, you can literally just download and start using it. How cool is that? So yeah, but then, it doesn't end there, obviously, because you can do a lot more customization with what we have here. Like, for example, if you like this idea, right, you can generate, a couple more variations. So you're like, I like this thing, but I just want something, like different. Like maybe his eyes, like you don't like this part of it, or you don't like how this looks like. So you can generate variations, and you can see like, look at that. Right? So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. You can even fine tune things, right? So you're like, I want particular things in it. So you can just click on edit your idea here, and then you can just describe what you want. For example, you want to make this more emotional. Right? Let's see what happens. So make it more. Wow. All right. Make it more emotional. See what it does. So yeah, it took me like a year and a half to like build this, because I think this is something that's going to be a very, very big part of a lot of people's workflows in the very, very near future. And let's see what it did. All right. That's a cool idea. That's a very cool idea. So yeah, so this is just one of the parts. The other part is you can actually change the style. So one of the things I always see is like people have a certain style of their YouTube channel. So it's like certain colors, some stuff like that. And most people are like, well, I can't use this thumbnail because it doesn't match the style of my YouTube channel. So, well, now you can literally do that. And if you ask me how, it's pretty simple. So like you can create a new customized style just like this. So for example, you go to YouTube and just pick out any channel. So let's do this live. Let's say like the Daily Show, it has like a particular style of their thumbnails. Let's see. All right, so by the way, I'm doing like a very, very bad example because this is first of all for a faceless channel, and now this channel has all faces and our thumbnail does not have, well, kind of has like this weird face, but it's not a human face. But let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. So you go here, you type in your channel URL, hit on search, and here's asking you that this is the thumbnail of that channel. Select the type of style that you want. So let's type that in, and on create style, done. So now let's make some variations of this. So this bar is one of the most important things that you can focus on, because sometimes like you get thumbnails like this and you just want to make like a very, very minor changes, right? So if that's the case, then you just go all the way here and you type subtle. But let's say if you want to make like very, very big changes in terms of you want this guy to be here and you just want it to be totally reimagined, then you go all the way here. Now, the interesting thing about this is like how it plays with the styles, right? So now you can see that because the daily thumbnails has like a particular style of this bluish red, you can see that it picked that up and it's now using it. You can see how close that is to your actual thumbnail style than this one. So you just need to like probably make a couple of more changes, and you can go here and like, you know, if you want to make something better, you could totally do that. So yeah, you just have to keep playing with it until you find something that you like. So yeah, that's quite literally about it. This stuff is like a face swap. Face swap is, you know, when you get a channel with, you know, with a face in it, you can put your own face in here. It's really cool stuff. You can do this. We also have this option where you can, you know, control your micro expressions. So this is like super cool. Let me just show you what I mean. So let's say we have like a thumbnail like this, right? And all right, it's not showing up yet. All right, so you have a thumbnail like this, but you're not happy with this expression. You want it to be something more stunning. So we have this thing where you can literally control the expressions on a person's face. So let's say we wanted like this expression. Yeah, this is one of the coolest features out there because most people don't know, but even slight changes in your expression can give you a massive increase in the CTR, especially for channels with faces. So it's a pretty big deal. And you weren't able to do that before, not so easily. And another cool thing, which I kind of didn't show before, was that we have just 3 videos, but if you want to upload your own videos, you can even do that. So you see what I did that, right? So you get so many more expression on the face, and even this one is like so much better. Look at that. So now let's say that I wanted to actually use this expression, right? So I would just capture the perfect frame, and I would just click on save. All right, and just take a minute, but I hope you guys can see like how powerful this stuff is. It's pretty crazy how much customizations you can do. And I kind of know like when you use AI for making thumbnails, you get very, very less customization powers, which kind of sucks because you get good ideas from AI, but you don't get any customization. So like, what's the point of that? So that's kind of one of the reasons why I made this, is because you can now have a very, very powerful customization ability here. And, you know, after that, we can make changes in text. If, for example, there's something wrong with one of the letters, you know, one of the cool things that we've done is like our AI can get text right by a massive margin. By that, I mean like 80-90% of thumbnails that will come out are gonna be really good with text. But sometimes it's not. So what do you do? Like you can go to text edit and you can start editing some of the thumbnails that are there. Like you can add stuff, you can delete stuff. Like change the text to, let's make something better. To the big shift. So now let's see what it does. So I hope you guys are seeing like how powerful this is and how fast you can go from literally entering your title and channel all the way to putting your face, customizing the expression, you know, doing all kinds of cool things. And yeah, here it is. Right? So you can just now download the thumbnail, so you can use it, or if you're like, I'm not happy with the font or whatever, you can just keep playing with it. So again, there's no need to have any design skills. There's no need to like break your head over ideas. All you have to do is just keep clicking on buttons. And I know one of the ways like some people use this is like they will have, they'll give thumbnail that, like, okay, this is pretty good, right? So you can just literally download. So they'll give the thumbnail designer an idea, like, they don't let thumbnail designers work 100% by themselves. They like go through this, they go through hundreds of ideas, be like, hey, I like this thumbnail, make something like this, or make a small change or something like that. So I hope you guys are seeing how amazing this is and what this can do to your YouTube channel, faceless YouTube channel. All right, so this kind of wraps up the whole video. We're adding more features. We're doing, so many more cool things. It's just part one. We actually released kind of 2 weeks back now. So we've been getting really good response, and I want to give you guys this power to go out there and conquer your market. All right, with that being said, I'll see you guys later.